Hello, my dear student. How are you? I hope all of you are happy and healthy. So, dear student, as you can see, we are going to study the poem My Native Land, composed by Sir Walter Scott. So, dear, before starting the poem, let's see few lines about the author. Okay, dear. So, dear, you can see Sir Walter Scott was born was born on he was born in 1771 in Scotland. Okay, he was born on 1771 in Scotland. Okay, dear. Sir Walter Scott was a Scottish historical novelist, playwright, and poet, popular throughout much of the world. Okay, dear. He was a historical novelist and playwright and a poet. He was very popular all over the world. His novels and poetry are still read, and many of his works remain classic of both English language literature and Scottish literature. Okay, his some novels and poetry, okay, are still found in English language literature and Scottish literature. If we talks about his famous work, so we find so we find Inveno, Rob Roy, The Lady of Lake, and The Bride of Lammer Moore. So these all are his famous work. Okay, dear. So I hope you have got few lines about the author Walter Scott. Now see the poem. So dear, as you can see the title is My Native Land. So dear, just one thing remember, the theme of this poem, the theme of this poem is love for his country. Love for his country. Okay, so in this poem, the poet Sir Walter Scott tells us that we must have high spirit, proud, and respect for our country. If you do not love, you do not praise, you do not respect your own country, so you are not a human being. You have a dead soul. Is that clear? So, the poem is full of the sense of patriotism. Okay, the poem is full of the sense of patriotism. So let's see the one by one all the lines and explanation. So in the first line we have a word breathe. Breathes. So dear, what is the meaning of breathe here? So here breathe means a man, a person, or a man. Okay, dear. So in this poem the author has used the word breathes, and breathe means a person or a man. Okay, so let's see first line. Breathes there the man with soul dead, okay, who never to himself hath said, this is my own, my native land, whose heart hath never within his board. Okay, dear. So in these four lines of the poem, the poet wonders, wonders means surprise. So the poet wonders if there can be any man. The poet wonders if there can be any person any man who does not love his country. Okay? The poet tells us, the poet tells us a person, a person who does not love his country, who does not respect his country, okay, has a dead soul, has a dead soul. The poet tells us that a person without this spirit of patriotism, a person without this spirit of patriotism has a dead soul. Is that clear? So I have told you already that the author tells us that a person who does not respect, who does not has love, who does not praise his country, he has a dead soul. A person without the spirit of nationalism or without the spirit of patriotism has a dead soul. Is that clear? Okay, dear. So I hope you have got understood very well the first four line of the poem. Now see further. As home his footsteps he hath torn, from wandering on a foreign strand. If such there breathe, go mark him well, for him no minstrel raptures swell. Okay, dear. Now see these four lines. As home his footstep he had torn, from wandering on a foreign strand. What is the meaning of strand? So dear, strand means we can say land. Land, land. Okay dear, strand means land. Okay. So now see the fifth line and sixth line. Here the poet tells us, the poet tells us when a man returns home. Are you getting me? As home his footstep means to return. Okay, he had turn means to come back. Okay, turn means come back, from wandering on a foreign strand. Foreign strand means from a foreign country. Foreign strand means foreign country. So here the poet tells us when a man return home from a foreign land, from a foreign country, his heart is naturally charged with love and joy. Okay, so you can see, if such there breathe, go mark him well. Okay, so it means to say the person heart filled with love and joy. Is that clear? Okay, so in the fifth, sixth and seventh line, the poet tells us that when a person returns home, returns from his own country, his motherland, from a foreign country, from a foreign land, his heart is naturally charged with love and joy. Okay, dear? Now see further. Now see, but if there is any man who has no such feelings, if there is any man who has no such feelings, he must be a raised creature, he must be a very unfortunate person. Is that clear? So I hope you have got these lines very well. Okay, the poet tells us, if a man return, if a man returns from return from a foreign country to his native place, to his native land, and if he does not feels love and affection for his own country, then he must be a very wretched person. He must be a very misfortune, unfortunate person. Okay. Now see further. For him, no mistress rapture sung. What is the meaning of no mistress rapture sung? Swell. Okay, this means no musician will sing song in the praise of his brave deeds. Okay, it means to say a person who returned from his foreign country to his native land, and if he does not praise his country, if he does not love and joy his country, so no person will praise him, no one will sing a song in the praise of his brave deeds. Okay. Now see further. High though his titles. What is the meaning of title here? Titles. So dear, titles means position in the society. Position in society. Okay dear, title means position in society. So high though his titles, proud his name, boundless his wealth, as wish can claim. Okay. such a person such a person who returns from a foreign country to his motherland, okay, such a person may have high position in the society. The person may have high position, high status in this society. He may have proud family name. Okay, he may have proud family name. His wealth may be boundless. Are you getting me? Okay, proud his name means his he may be have a proud family name, and boundless his wealth as he wish can claim means he may have he may have unlimited wealth. Okay, his wealth may be boundless and unlimited. Okay dear. Now see, despite those titles, power and pelf, the rich concerned all in self. Okay, but in spite of all these things, in spite of all these things, like a lots of wealth, a good position in the society, a proud family name, okay, in spite of having these all things, he remains imprisoned in his selfishness. Okay, if he remains imprisoned in his selfishness, okay dear, he is as good as a dead. Okay dear, if he is filled with his selfishness, then he is he is like a dead person. His soul is a dead. Okay. Now see further. Living shall forfeit fair renown, and doubly dying shall go down to the vile dust from whence he sprung, unwept, unhonored, and unsung. Okay, now see the last four line. Living shall forfeit renown, forfeit fair renown. What is the meaning of these words? So, sir, forfeit fair renown means good reputation and fame. Okay, forfeit means we can say to lose. Okay, and fair renown means good reputation and fame. Okay dear. Now see, so in the last four line of the poem, the poet tells us the poet tells us that a person a person who has a lots of wealth, who has a good family status, who has a high position in the society, but if he remains imprisoned in his selfishness, then he is as good as dead. Okay, he mixes with the worthless dust. Okay, dowly dying. Okay, you have got line. Okay, shall forfeit fair renown. It means to say he will lose his reputation, his fame in the society. Okay, he mixes with the worthless dust after his death. No one will remember him, no one will love him. Okay dear, now see further, shall go down to the wild dust. It means to say his name will mix in the dust after his death. From whence means from where he sprung, unwept, unordered, and unsung. It means to say no one weeps for him, no one weeps for a selfish person. Okay, no one gives him any honor, no one songs of praise, or no songs of praise are sung for him. Okay, he dies unwept, unhonored, and unsung. Okay, he will lose his reputation, his status in the society. So in the last, the poet want to deliver a short message through the poem that we must love our country, we must have a high spirit of patriotism for our country, we must show a great love, affection, praise for our country. We must always ready for the sacrifice of the country. Okay, so I hope you have got all the point learned very well about the poem. If you have any doubt, you can message me.